So you know I got to lean in.
Come on in. Come on in. And I know you guys miss me, but come on in, honey. This is the last lean for Potomac until next year. And I decided to come back and just show my face and my melanin and my beautiful hair and all these good things with my other girls, honey. Asia, I have not seen you in so long. I missed you, Long Dreads. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? You noticed?
Yes, I did. Very long, very much cutesy. It's very much growing. Dream, how are you doing today, girl?
I'm doing really good. I'm glad to see you, ladies. It's ladies' night tonight.
Okay. Sorry, I'm so dark, honey. I broke my ring light, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, we're gonna jump right in. Asia has a Christmas party to go to, so we're gonna speed right through, honey. So I haven't been here, so I wanted to just kind of get like a quick little like rundown of how you guys think the season has been going so far. I have done a real quick binge because I have been busy with kids and coaching and things like that. So I want to hear how you guys think this season's going so far, Asia. How you think it's going?
So far, I think it's a 6 out of 10.
It's a what?
A 6 out of 10
Oh,
the entire season. I think it's a 6 out of 10. It's way better than what we have been getting.
Okay.
With all the isms. But you can tell they're trying to rebuild. So it's very light. And I wanted to say the thing that's sticking out to me the most thus far is how easy Karen is getting by with her
issues.
8 charges.
Oh, okay. Well, Dream, how do you think everything's going? I like your rap. It's cute. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Not the 8 charges, Asia. Nah, I feel like this season is way more cheerful than last season. It's nice to see new faces, but something I still feel is missing. I don't know what exactly, but it's not doing exactly what it needs to do for me. So I would give it a 7 out of 10.
You know what? Them ladies don't know each other. Like they don't know each other. It's like literally scattered new people, old people with some old.
I agree with that, Asia. I would give it. Now I'm gonna be honest. I did jump some episodes because it was kind of boring me just a little bit, but I think I just missed Candy. No, I did. I mean, but it wasn't no important ones. I mean, I just may miss like 2, but I miss Candace. I miss that quick wit. I miss just I don't know, but I do get what you're saying as far as just everybody's new, everybody's kind of fumbling around trying to get to know each other and learn boundaries with each other. So I'm going to hop right on in. This episode starts with the continuation of Karen's Love Lagoon event at her home, and Jacqueline comes in with 8 balloons to signify the 8 convictions that Karen is up against with her DUI case. Karen tells her to pack her dingy, dusty, Old Navy flip-flop, busted can of biscuits, body, whatever. She just told her to get on out. And you can tell that that she was a little shaken up. To me, I feel like she just couldn't collect it. She was trying her best, let's go eat, let's go do this stuff. But I just think that Karen was really shaken up. And all through this, I noticed that Mia is tickled. She's laughing really, really hard. I wanted to see what you guys thought about that. Dream.
Mia knew damn well that Jacqueline was going to show up. I felt like she knew exactly what she was going to do. That's why she was laughing so hard about it. In this scene, the only things Karen told her to get out, as she should. I would have done the same thing. Regardless. Did Jackie eat with it? She low-key kind of did gag Karen. She did. But the only thing that really stood out to me during this part was Ray. Ray was making sure that dog did not enter their property, and Ray was making sure that he got to swim with those little mermaids. That's the only thing I was paying attention to be honest. But as far as Jackie, I mean, I would have told her to leave too. Because why are you here, uninvited?
Yeah, I put that in there that Karen was shaking up and Ray is flirting with the mermaids. Why everybody's just trying to clean up and just trying to get everything together. He's over there. If I wasn't doing that, I'd jump in there with you. Like, Ray, please. Asia, what do you think?
Not a bar. Didn't eat. Didn't eat. Very stale. Very lazy. It was lazy.
Oh,
If you're gonna execute being nasty, but you gotta be the nastiest ever. You gotta have like a marching band,
uh,
like you have 8 drummers drumming for the for the 8 counts of whatever. Like you gotta come in with it. If you're gonna be nasty, be Kenya Moore nasty. Like don't come with
ooh.
Party City Balloons. That's probably the reason they going out of business.
Oh,
Cause stuff like that, lame stuff like that,
you
party
talking about Party
super
City?
lame. I thought it was hilarious that Ray was so fascinated with the mermaids. Ray was trying to get a dip in. I
Yeah,
just can't believe that he says that stuff out loud. Like
yeah.
that's what
It was cackling with them
it was.
damn mermaids.
The person gagging me was Ray.
Please. I mean, cackling.
Gagging me. It
Yeah.
was fun. You know how I know Jacqueline didn't land? Damn, Gizelle didn't even hear half the stuff that she was saying. What's the Jazzy was just sitting there rolling her eyes like, let's
Yeah.
move on.
Dusty.
Mia had her face stuck up like she was laughing, but we really know it was uncontrolled laughter because she just got that Botox in and her face couldn't settle down. And yeah, it was just a lot, and it wasn't a bar. It was just like, okay, next. And I think the reason that it had Karen shook because Karen had just seen her tapes, right?
Uh-huh.
And so Karen knew what was on the horizon.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I can't
You
deal
just
with all this at one time.
had
This
to
lady
fight
needs to go.
my Taurus sister. I love Karen. I'm not going to go into it too much. But what I will say is, is Jacqueline is so dusty. Like, I no, for real. I cannot get over how dusty Jacqueline is. Like, she just looks unkept all the time. And she just walked up there. I was hearing flip flops, probably from Old Navy, coming up the driveway with balloons. And she again got them from Party City, Dollar General, whatever the case. And it was lame to me. And I like Jazzy. I think that her story with her man is a little, but I do like Jazzy, and I was more like the Jazzy thing. Like, please, it was just she just looks like she stinks. Yeah,
You got to think like Jazzy is used to, think about it this way. Like Jazzy is used to nice things. Like Jazzy hangs
Sunbeam.
with nice girls. Like Jazzy, like she's not used to seeing somebody roll up with 8 heart Party City balloons. Like
Right.
they wouldn't even custom.
Yeah.
Like Jazzy
Right.
went as far as like listing
Yeah.
each charge on each balloon or something.
That would have been
like,
cute.
She could have did more. And
She
Jazzy
could have
is
put that
like, get this girl out of here.
here. Yeah.
And her man
She
was
could've-
like, who friend is that?
Exactly. Nobody.
That's-
She wasn't invited. And it's just
That's
like,
your friend?
that's your friend. Like, I just
All
she
I can
just
hear
looks
Ray
like
say is, "Get your pooch,
Like,
the pooch." I was screaming.
right. I mean, he's more worried about the dog because the dog probably could have stayed before Jacqueline. So I just think she smells like dogs. Does anybody have anything else to say about that scene to move on to Panama City? Panama.
Quick question. How do y'all feel about people showing up to a person's home uninvited?
I don't
like.
Yeah.
That's a boundary
Same.
for me. I don't like when people like. I am really big about my space. I mean, it might be a Taurus thing. I'm not sure if it's a woman thing or Taurus thing, but me, like I had an ex-boyfriend that we broke up and he moved next door to me. I immediately moved.
Yeah.
Like immediately. Because I feel like that's just a boundary that you just don't cross. Like, yeah, we might be beefing, but this is my sanctuary. My family lives here. My children come home from college, wherever they at with their families, they're coming here. And I just feel like that's just a boundary that you don't cross, especially in Old Navy flip-flops. So, yeah.
I feel like it could get really dangerous if you come to someone's house like without them, and especially if they're telling you to leave, and you're not leaving. It can get real dangerous. I wouldn't have been upset if Jackie got snatched up right then and there, to be honest, because she's asking you to leave multiple times and you're choosing not to leave. Okay, now what's up?
And then Mia's cackling like the Joker, and it's just not. She would have had to leave too, because your Bigfoot, broad shoulder, wide stomach, big back ass, you think this is funny, and you had to have given my address, and that's a no-no for me as well. Because if I trust you enough to give you my address to come visit my home, and you're allowing somebody that I did not come, then you don't respect my home either. And you can go too with your Bob. So, yeah.
I think
Anything else?
violating space, like violating people's space, is a big no-no for me. And one, giving out my address is a big no-no. And then to come into my home trespassing is a double no-no. Because in Texas, all three of us at this point have lived in Texas.
Yeah.
We know what happens if you trespass on somebody's property in Texas.
Pew, pew, 22. No, I don't know.
You're gone. We don't do that down here. So,
we just don't do
I don't.
No.
I will say that in this scene, Stacy asked the right questions. She's like, well, Mia, did you know she was going to show up? No one else asked Mia that but Stacy. So I'm like, okay, Stacy, clock in. Please ask the questions that need to be asked.
That's what I do about Stacy. She's not like intentionally obtuse. Like she's not a reality TV girl. So she's gonna ask questions that we know that bitch set her up. But Stacey's like a QVC girl. But did you bring her? Like, yeah, you did. Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Stacy, they wouldn't have known, or like Gizelle. I think Gizelle and Ashley wouldn't have known that what the balloons represented.
Right.
So Stacy was definitely needed in that scene.
Yeah.
Well, the next scene. They're going to Panama City. Is it Panama City, Panama, or is it just Panama? It's Panama City, Panama, right?
I thought it was Panama. I don't know if it's city.
It's
I thought city's in
Panama City. Or is it Panama? Anyway, they're in Panama. They're out the country.
Yeah. They're in South America.
They're in South America. They're out the country. Boom. I'm not a geography major. I am a science teacher. Anyway, Wendy has them on the bus, taking them 2 hours to drive to the resort. Do you think that's a long time? Would y'all be upset about that? I wouldn't.
I mean, it's happened to me before. It's happened to me before in Costa Rica. I didn't like it.
Okay. I mean, I like the nap. I mean, so I wouldn't have had a big problem with that. But while they were driving down there, they started to talk about Stacy and her relationship with TJ. And I want to get some insight with you guys that I think that I just wanted to kind of talk some things out with you guys about. Because hold on. What do I want to start with? I don't want to touch on TJ's sexuality because I don't care about that. What I do want to touch on is the fact that when they were talking to Stacy about it, to me, Stacy had what I thought going into meeting TJ, Stacy had a vision about their relationship, and then she didn't know that TJ had a different vision until the lagoon. So I think that the girls were trying to talk to her, and I think that maybe, just my opinion, I'm gonna ask you guys, that she was getting kind of sensitive, but I think that they were kind of being girlfriends in that moment, that they didn't feel like they were together because TJ gave them that, and I think that they were well within their rights for saying that, because I got the same conclusion, because that whole question, Gizelle, well, I didn't know y'all were a couple. He was like, well, I think that she's right about that. And I think that she was taken aback by the answer as well. And I think that she thought they were more until the lagoon. So I want to ask you guys and the people in the chat, what you guys think about TJ, and do you think that the girls were picking on her, or were they being real girlfriends in that moment? Asia.
I think it's both, because two things can be true at the same time.
Yes,
I think that I really think that they're like, hey girl, he's not claiming you, and hey girl, be careful because you're in the middle of a divorce, and hey girl, all these things. But I also think that they're playing, like they're making fun of her too. Like,
okay,
they trolling her a little bit, but they're also like warning her, and I will say, like, she's actually listening to them. Like, she's hearing them. She might not take all of their advice, but she's actually processing the information that they give her, whether shade or not. And she's making decisions based off of what they're saying.
Right. I mean, because when we first met Stacy, going and talking about TJ, she was like, I made a great man. He loves me. That man loves me. You know how she was holding on to that. And I'm thinking, okay, but he looks like he likes, like, Anyway, Dream, what do you think?
You know, I literally wrote that down, that Stacy's switching up her story because she came into it like, I met this man and we're dating and I love him and he loves me and we're just waiting for me to get a divorce before we basically like kind of sort of go public about our relationship. That's what I heard her say.
Yeah.
But when TJ basically said like, that ain't my girl, she switched her story on the bus completely. She's like, you know what? I'm still getting a divorce. I'm not even trying to date seriously right now. Well, baby, that's not what you said at the beginning. That's not how you introduced TJ.
I think that she listened to what they were saying and
changed her story.
So
I feel like
I'm not mad at her switching it up.
I feel like she changed her story only to make TJ look like he's not crazy for what he's saying. Like, because TJ's making it seem like they're just friends. And she's making it seem like otherwise, but I feel like she's trying to save face for TJ to the girl. So she switched her story like, no, we are just friends. Like, no, we're not being sexually active because I don't want to be sexually active. No, baby. He don't want to be sexually active. Nah.
Do y'all think that she's embarrassed?
No.
Dream?
A little bit.
I think she's a tad embarrassed. I'm sorry, I say embarrassed like embarrassed anyway, but I say embarrassed because I think that she really just thought that he was just holding. I really think that she thought that they were in this thing and he was just holding out because of his Christian beliefs. And even in these moments at the lagoon, it's like, baby, I've been having sex. Like, to me, it's just like he's not holding out for anything. I just think that TJ's not into her like that. I mean, I don't know, but I think
TJ is there strictly to help her on this show, usher her in. I think they both have an agreement. I think they're cool. I think they're really friends. I think they got a little something going on, but it's not too serious. I think that she also is in the middle of a divorce, so she does have to be cognizant, like those ladies said, of acting like she's in another relationship before she's out of hers. So I think she's actually listening to what they're saying because, again, she don't know reality TV like they do. So I don't really see much embarrassment in it. I see her playing along with what she's doing.
Okay.
I only see embarrassment because do you remember when she was at the gym with him and she asked him something like, so I think it was about being sexually active, like with her specifically. And he was like, no, I don't want you like that. She's like, well, I want you to tell me like you want me. You're just waiting for me to get a divorce. Yeah. Like, so I feel like on that case, she may feel embarrassed a little bit because she already expressed on camera that she wants to smash. She said this at the gym. And the way that he's responding to her, the body language that he gives her, and what he vocalized at the lagoon is very much giving girl, not too much.
Please. Or is it giving me like the same thing? Anyway, outside of that, I just wanted to say, I think that Stacey's a beautiful woman, and I don't want her pushing up on a man that does not want her. And that's it. Like,
he want her. I think he wants her. I think he's playing coy. I think he's just playing.
I'm just not attracted to men like that. He's too...
That part, Jasmine.
Okay. So
we don't like that. That's a men. We don't.
I'm not.
Get some shallant. Get some shallant.
Yeah.
Get some shallant. Go grab some.
Something. He's thinking with a bunny and I just ick. He gives me the ick. And that's just how I
he's given like a Maurice character.
Yeah. But Ashley is saying that she likes the Jack Harlow guy. What's his name? Josh? Chad?
Josh, I think.
Ashton, whatever his name is. We're gonna call him Jack Harlow guy. She likes Jack Harlow a lot, and Wendy thinks that she should get a more accomplished man. I don't, because she's not accomplished. Anyway, I think that Jack Harlow is just the person she needs. He's young. She just want to be bouncing on something. She's getting digmatized, and maybe that's what she needs after. I mean, she's not divorced either. So, yeah. Y'all want to talk about that, or we can move on? Okay. Wendy splits the room up, and I want to know how y'all feel about this room split up. Karen and Jacqueline's together, Gizelle and Stacy's together. Me and her are with Kay. How did she do?
She did fine.
yeah, chaos. I like that she likes to stir the pot a little bit. And I'm liking this Wendy this season. I'm thinking that her being out the mess, maybe her kind of branching away from Candace is giving maybe seeing her in a different light to me. Um, the girls are dancing with the devil. They're out. They're enjoying it. I think it's a beautiful villa. I would have loved to be at a resort like that. The girls sit down for dinner, and Karen says that Jacqueline is the darkness. And Giselle tells Jack that showing up to Karen's house was effed up. And Jack says that Jacqueline, I call her Jack, sorry about that, because she's like a man or something. But Jacqueline says that she wanted to release the balloons as a symbol and let her know how much she wanted to extend an olive branch. I do want to keep pointing out that Mia was cackling during this whole thing that she said was an olive branch. And Giselle says that wasn't the energy that you had. Jacqueline says that her and Karen have a bond of friendship and that she came with love. Do we think that Jacqueline showed up with the intentions? Because she did say that people we should have had went to college and high school and that we should get this. I don't think it's a lack of understanding. I think it's a lack of believing it. I do not think that Jacqueline showed up with those intentions. I do think that Mia set her up to do that. So the producers asked me, did she give her the address and did she tell her? And then she says no, but they do a flashback of Stacy, like Dream had said, asking her, did she know that she was coming? She said she was in the area. Now, how could she be in the area of someplace she did not know the address to? So I want to ask you guys, how do you guys feel about Jacqueline's breakdown of why she came to Karen's house uninvited with the Party City balloons and the Old Navy flip flops, and do you think that she meant no harm in those things? Dream.
She must think the people are stupid, for real. But also, did you notice Wendy's face when she says, "I know that some of y'all that we all had to graduate college or at least high school." Wendy was like,
I did it too. I was like, did you?
No, it was complete shade. But the thing is, her shade was going to be like, okay, let's pass out the balloons and we're going to release them. She was trying to be funny. So she's trying to play her shade off as if it was being genuine. And everyone knows that it wasn't. Like, girl, you came there with ill intent. Mm-hmm. Own it. That's my thing. Own it. I would have been like, yeah, girl, you think you're funny? You didn't invite me here? Yeah, I showed up to your place. Maybe I was wrong for showing up to your place, but I was being shady. Like, I would have respected Jackie way more. She would have been, I would have said, I was going to say, she would have been a bad B if she owned it, but I don't think she can ever be a bad B. No. But I know, I had to swallow.
I was about to say she had a gut, but I think she was pregnant then. She just looks frumpy, but I think she was pregnant at this moment.
Oh, yeah, because she's pregnant now, right? Mm-hmm. But I just feel like she should have owned it. She should have owned it. Her not owning it proves even more that she must be scared of Karen in any form, whether it's Karen's wrath, Karen's mouth, something, because the way that Mia was cackling, the way that their conversation went whenever Mia was walking Jackie out, it was all shade. Girl, own it.
Yeah. Asia?
Again, it was a lazy execution because she knows that she would have been short on time, like doing what she did. So like I said, she should have spelled it out what she was doing so she could have done it quickly. That's why she can have these explanations later on, like, oh, it was in very poor taste. And because you executed it so disturbingly unprofessional that you can backtrack it now. She's lying and she's trying to gaslight everybody.
Yeah.
And I just also want to mention that everybody else clearly like has glam, right?
Yeah. I'm not Jacqueline though.
She looks like how we all look right now on
beautiful,
TV.
But she looks dusty.
So, she looks I don't want to even say like dust, just plain. Like Black women are gorgeous no matter what. Like I won't say Jacqueline is like dusty in her natural state, but everybody else is dressed up.
Yeah.
So dress up. Everybody else got their makeup done. Everybody else got their hair done. Go get your hair done, or at least throw on a wig that slide back a little bit. Sometimes you just pull it down like Karen do. Like do something. Just do something. And it's like she doesn't even, it's like she's not even trying and she's on TV. And so everything comes off lazy and it doesn't help her story, if that
Correct.
makes sense. Because no, you was out here trying to be one of us. You was trying to be one of the girls. You was. You was there
Wait,
trying to be one of the girls. And
you,
and it's not working.
you
Yeah,
call
somebody
her
said not
oily?
dusty but oily.
Ooh.
Oh,
So you're agreeing
no.
with what Jazzy said last time? She said from the neck up, girl, from the neck up.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying that. I'm not agreeing with that. I'm saying she needs a glam squad before we're gonna pay her any real attention.
if you're gonna beg to be on TV, because this hoe has begged, she's begged to be in this group, she's begged to be on TV, then you should have begged anybody to do your hair. Okay, you should have
Yeah.
in your makeup, and like Karen said, even said, you're fashion over clothes. Now, there's nothing wrong with fashion over. I guess you don't do what you got to do,
Because
but
Tay wears
no,
fashion over on here.
huh?
They were
Tay
fashion
wears
over here.
fashion over.
Oh, girl, I thought you.
Yeah, I mean, Candace is wearing
No,
fashion Nova. There's nothing wrong with the fashion Nova,
I
but
thought you said something else. But yes, there's nothing wrong with fashion over Nova. There's nothing wrong with what's the other one? What's the other one?
she,
Ooh,
Nasty Gal, Boo Hoo, they all wear it.
yeah,
Like
but it's
all of
like
them
in
wear all of it.
abundance with her. Like I just feel like if I lifted her foot up, it would be dirty. That's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like she would just have dirty feet. And I just and that's just she just gives me a vibe of someone who just
Needs to
like I just
shower.
could hear her. No, she looks like she showers. She always looks wet. Or so I don't know if it's oily or wetty or what. I think she showers. And I'm not talking about because she's a pretty girl. They're all beautiful women. But what I
Yeah.
am saying is that her feet, I feel like they're like with the flip flops. I feel like there's just always dust on them. She just looks dusty,
She's
and
not
I just feel
rising
like
to the occasion.
she doesn't even wear shapewear. Like, listen,
That's the part that's what I think she needs, because every time like she can pull off some of the dresses could be pulled off if she's wearing the right undergarment, but since she doesn't,
yes,
it don't hit the way it needs to hit.
yeah, she just looks like she's just throwing shit on, and I just feel like you just don't need to be doing that. So
She's not rising to the occasion
she looks
with the opportunity that she has. And it's like how Tez always says, like, you're gonna come to the reunion, come with something besides some like printed out text. It's
right.
like she's giving printed out text at the reunion. Like that's her whole vibe. Just lazy, lackluster, not rising to the
Yeah,
occasion. And that explanation was something, it's like she did she even rehearse that?
yeah. I mean, she was lying, and it's just like I just don't want you to lie with your leave out showing like that. But anyway, I think we're done with. I don't want to drag her, but I just feel
We
like you
need
can't
to.
be talking crap and your leave out is showing. Now, okay, Karen says she takes the security of her home very seriously and it has begun pressing charges against Jacqueline for trespassing. Karen also says releasing balloons in the air is illegal, although she has also released balloons in the air in respect to her parents. The girls laugh because, Karen just be saying anything. But Karen said that Jacqueline came and stunt she did. And I think that, she said, so we all gonna have charges in this motherfucker, okay? We know who is. We're all going to have some charges. So Jacqueline apologizes for trespassing, but does not apologize for the message because she's still sticking beside that it was not in ill intentions behind it. And she was trying to deliver a good message. So I did have Demia give her the address, yes or no. We all think that she did. Before we go into Gizelle and Mia talking, do y'all have anything else to say about that?
I didn't like Karen's comeback of the whole and balloons are illegal to release in the air, and I'm gonna press charges. I like Karen's response of no, you came to stunt. That's what you came to do. You came to stunt. I appreciated that response a little bit more than the balloons and the whole pressing charges thing. And that's all I had to say about that.
All right. Giselle addresses Mia about bringing up her kids in reference to her saying that they snuck some boys in when she was going to DR last year. Gizelle says she wasn't going to address Mia at the Love Lagoon, but said she wanted to wait until everybody was together. And Mia says that she was basically saying in a way that Gizelle always portrays her kids to be perfect on social media and actually sneaking in boys. And Wendy chimes in and compares Giselle going off on her and Candace last year by thinking that they were laughing or smirking or making a face that Big Robin said that they were doing when she was talking about her kids going to college and things like that. Giselle said she didn't want to compare because Mia is a friend. And they're just starting to get back on that friend journey, and she expects more of Mia in this situation. Wendy thinks that Giselle should have a harsher reaction with Mia, um, and and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna talk about this part. Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw in. Mia says that her and Giselle and Karen also spoke on her kids at her birthday party when they were talking about, excuse me, when they was talking about how the kids have been on social media with the G and the ink thing, and says that kind of y'all been doing it to me too. So, what do you think about the issue between me and Giselle? Do you think that Wendy had a point in her saying that should have a harsher reaction and that it's a double standard? And do you think that Mia, excuse me, guys, I was sick. Do you think Mia was right in saying that they were speaking on her kids too at Karen's birthday party, Asia?
So loaded. Can you come back to me?
Dream.
Wendy was right. Giselle should have been in Mia's booty cheeks completely, with basically calling her daughters fast, or HOEs. I feel like Karen and Giselle, when they were speaking of, not about, when they were speaking of Mia's children, they were more so talking about Mia's putting her children in a predicament rather than what her children's characteristics, personalities are like. I don't feel like it's really comparable what Mia was trying to do to Giselle by bringing up her children. She was basically calling her daughters fast, and I don't think that's good. What a good friend would do.
Yeah.
But so it's distasteful of her to do that. Also, Giselle's children are like 18. Didn't they all graduate? So if they're bringing in a boy, okay, that's like those are growing pains. That's what teenagers do. I'm pretty sure Mia's done worse. But for Mia to bring that up on camera and to frame Giselle, trying to make Giselle look like a bad parent just because her children are growing up doing what teenagers do, I don't think that is really comparable. But Giselle should have definitely ripped Mia a new one. She let her off easy, and that's not cool. So, not to bring up any isms, but to me, that is like comparable. Like, how are you going to go so hard on Candace and Wendy, but they weren't even talking. They didn't say anything about her daughters. But Mia literally just called your daughter a hoe, and you're not saying nothing? Like, as you're not pressing her the way that you need to press her? Are you serious?
Do you want me to say what I got to say, Asia? Or you want me to?
I can go now. I needed to relax for a second. Because it's so loaded. I'm not even gonna really. I can touch on what Wendy said, but Mia, just because you was a hoe, allegedly, back in your day, don't make Giselle's kids whores. And Grace, Adore, and what's the other one? Angel. They're young women and they're going off to college. Putting that out there on them as they're going away to school is very dangerous. It's very dangerous because in today's society, in this podcast world and all this other stuff, like these men will harass you for anything like that. So calling them whores, thank goodness that they allegedly took that out of the scene, that Mia called them whores and doubled down on it, allegedly. And Giselle allegedly begged production not to air it. Thank God. Yeah. Because you've aired enough. You've aired enough out. Those young women have to go out and they've already shared their lives without, like, to be honest, like they didn't ask to be on the show in the first place. And they have played along with their mother and all this other stuff, but they have to go get their own identities. So where I'm so disappointed in Mia is that she's projecting the fact that she was sexually open on those girls for sneaking a boy in, like whatever. To me, this is the part that we all know Gizelle has implicit bias against dark skinned women. And so I'm trying to put it as nicely as possible. Gizelle has implicit bias against dark skinned women, and it shows because if that were Candace or Wendy who did that, they would have got it immediately at the rock climbing, whatever, as Ashley's butt was jumping down the side of a building. So I just don't. It's so, to me, it's so loaded. But where I just feel really bad is the girls, business being put out there like that because it was unnecessary. That's nothing that Gizelle invited to the show, unlike Mia and her kids and her kids situation. Like, leave the girls out of it. And then in terms of what, you gotta be a trash mom, a trash parent to be like, oh, on Instagram, hey, my daughter snuck a boy in while I was out of town. Like, who would post something like that? Who posts negative things about their children online?
Mia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know that Mia is just
Mia.
She's home, but the lights ain't on. Like, we know that. We know that her and her current, I guess that's her current husband. We know that they have similar tendencies. That's how they ended up together in the first place. So as crazy as she tries to make Gordon sound, I don't think that she's far from it, allegedly.
Gordon.
Okay. They both pretty gone.
Yeah.
They're both pretty gone.
We're picking them,
and we're not gonna see her act like, they both home, but the lights ain't on. Mia's light is dimmed up a little bit, but that's it.
Mia's dumb as a box of rocks, but she's not the brightest in regards to certain things. When it comes to making money and tricking men, she's the smartest bitch on the block. But when it comes to just tastefulness and a high moral standard, she lacks that, and we know that. I mean,
to be honest, like, this is a little off topic, but like, let's look at Stacy and let's look at Mia, right?
Correct.
They both got men with money, but
yeah,
you feel like Stacy, we're gonna see Stacy can go pull whatever she wants.
Yeah,
Mia can't. Mia can't pull nothing. Mia keeps going backwards. Let's see if Mia can find her a new man. And she probably can find something. She gotta trick her way into it, but she can do it. Stacy can just stay in and probably find another one real quick.
What I have to say is Mia just lacks a lot of tact. Now, I'm probably going to be the minority in this. Well, I'm not the minority in this. I got what she was trying to go with it, but the point is why? Who cares? Now, I have not been the biggest Gizelle fan, but I definitely agree with the fact that them girls didn't do nothing to her. Now, I do talk about Grace's makeup because it's horrific, but I will also say this. Those girls have done what they were supposed to do. Spelman, Hampton, FAMU, those are some great colleges to send your children to, and they have a more standard. We haven't seen they put coochie popping down in the spring breaks like we did some of the Judice girls. Now listen, I don't care if you snuck a boy in. I care if you're pregnant. Now they ain't pregnant, and that's perfect. Now that's all we care, no doubt. Now I done snuck a boy in the front a time or two, but I also have 2 degrees. I also am very proud of the accomplishments that I made, and it does not matter that I wanted to hunch a little bit when I was in the 12th grade. What does matter is what we did after that, and we graduated, and we are good citizens of our community. So I just think that Mia just spouting stuff out. And I do think that she was trying to say that you be trying to portray your kids as perfect when they're not. But I like Gizelle for standing on business. They're my kids, they are perfect. So what? They are perfect to me. And I like that Gizelle was said that because who cares? Those are her kids. And like you guys said, what she's supposed to put, like when you put up a reel and this and that, and what she's supposed to say, oh, they're graduating and they got valedictorian and salutatorian. Also, yeah, they took a boy in when I was in DR. But I love them. Like, when was she supposed to slide that in? With the accomplishments that they have. So I just think Mia lacks a lot of tact. And I think she just says things out her ass and doesn't even really, when she says it, she thinks she forgets about it immediately. So when somebody reacts to things, she just blows it off like, girl, what? I just said that. Like, she doesn't care what she says. So when people bring it up, she just be like, why y'all just talk? Why y'all bringing up old stuff? And it's just like, baby, you just said that about my kids. So I just think Mia, I don't know.
Personal information out there. That to me, it's not even lacking tact. It's like you lack common sense because I'm gonna go upside your head for that. Like, those are mine. They're mine.
Right.
Like, and I don't even put their business out there like that. So how dare you do that?
Exactly.
So you put your family business out there.
And they know
you got your kids living in an apartment. Not me.
But she's saying things about like Gizelle's children, like that's her children's decisions. Now, if someone started questioning Mia's children's, and we are
no,
you know what I mean? We can't. If people started going down that road, then it's like, whoa, it's me. Yeah. But it's okay for me to talk about Gizelle's children's decisions. Like, if we started personally attacking Mia's children for what we know because of Mia letting the people know, we will be in the wrong.
There's a double standard when it comes to Bravo kids in general. Because let's just say, what's Kim's daughter name? Brielle, not the older one.
Yeah, Brielle, Ariel.
Brielle. How fast and how grown up and plastic surgery that Brielle has gotten as a child to adulthood, the things that come to our kids, to our Black kids, they have to be at a level just like in the world. You have to be above the rest for them to take you seriously, or they have to just be okay. They haven't gotten in trouble. They haven't had any things happen to them. They've had a good line of communication when it comes to their parents, and they have had a good line of just respectability and not getting in trouble. But then this little thing that you're like, to me, Mia, you're trying to put out something with these Black kids, and she's not even seeing it like that because she just be talking shit. And I just think that, like I said,
she's gotten to run around this world being loose, being a nutcase, like alleged nutcase. She has had the opportunity to just have people just be like, oh, well, she's pretty though, or whatever, right? Those girls they might not have those same opportunities. People might not let them off the hook, especially because who their father is and who their mother is. So putting that out there about them is absolutely disgusting. It's nasty. It's disgusting. It's like, it's the devil's work. It is the devil's work.
But Gizelle should have bit into her ass way, just like she bit into Candace and Wendy's ass. And that's what I think Candy was going with. And I understand what Gizelle said, but just like they've been saying in the comments, that you're supposed to be my friend. So that means I should be able to chew your ass out harder because you should know better. You should know better. Like,
but Gizelle's stupid for being Mia's friend in the first place, because why are you befriending the devil like that? Like that.
They okay when she does it to other people though. So it's always when it comes to them, that's when they want to start being like, oh my God, why she treat me like this? But she did these things to Candace. She did these things to Karen. She did these things to Jacqueline as well.
She's been nasty, but those girls should not be catching strays for their mama. They just shouldn't be catching strays for their mama. They probably gonna be down there trying to pledge, and you on TV calling them whores.
Correct. Well, I mean, they know. I mean, hey, if you've been around them kids enough to know, I don't know them kids, that might be. I don't, but it is not. It's none of our business if they are or not. They've done what they're supposed to do. They're adults. Let them be adults.
And they didn't grow up in no apartment like your kids.
Well, Mia says that Mia. Now, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about the Mia thing, because this is going into my other thing that I wrote. She always want to bring up the Foster stuff when she gets talked down to. Let me just say, Mia, I do not give a damn that you was a foster child. If you're gonna talk about, then you should know. You should have a sensitivity about being judged or prejudged because you lacked money or you lacked a home or you lacked a stable childhood. So what in your cratered mind or cratered face would make you think that would be appropriate? And my question was, do we think Mia cried to get out of Dodge or the bullshit that came her way? Also, why did Stacy forget her toothpaste? So those are the things that I wanted to because bitch, why would you knock on my door and ask me with your toothbrush out for a fucking stripe of toothpaste? But anyway, I just wanted to ask, do you think she cried to get out of that, and why did Stacy forget her toothpaste? Asia.
It's not a thought, it's a fact.
Okay.
And so I'm not even gonna. We know Mia cried, and it's not attractive to do that. It's just, we know what you're doing, and when people do stuff like that to me in my face, like, I'll go 10 toes down on it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a start digging into you for real. Like, oh, you crying now, right? You was a foster kid. Oh, so I should be. Was you a whore? Was you sneaking boys in when you was a foster kid?
Probably.
Like, I will go in, because leave me alone. You should have left me in mine alone. I'm not gonna forget. And then this is how you know Stacy she ain't never watched the show a day of her life, because she would have brought her dang on toothpaste.
Girl would have slammed that dose of fast. Use mouthwash, ho. Go.
You know, we drilled into Jacqueline. We drilled into Jacqueline about not having her own toothpaste and deodorant and stuff.
Because she looks dirty.
Yeah. She do look like she kind of don't. Her teeth do look like she don't wear it.
Well, I mean, she looks like she has a smell. Like, you talking about somebody smell like fish, bitch. Is it you? Like,
oh, got a little plaque on her teeth. That's what it is. She looks like she got a little plaque. That's all. That's all. That was all.
Like she just has the odor. Like, she just, like, she's oily, sweaty, plaqueling, dustling.
I call that lady
plaqueling, dirtling, dustling, anything. She just looks like if you touch her, if you did like this, ew, it would stick. Or no? Yeah. Am I tripping or not? I'm like, damn, okay, girl, you just wipe it off and you'll be like, maybe, who knows? It doesn't seem like it's lotion.
If she gonna be on TV, get some glam. If not, then come to YouTube with me, us, and Sweet Tea. Like,
or
do one or the other.
If you're hot, get a fan. If that's what's making you sweaty. But I just don't like it. I think Jacqueline, now when she had those maternity pics, now she looked gorgeous. She looked really beautiful.
I haven't seen them.
Well, she looked pregnant. But at the end of the day, I mean, she looked dry. Like, she looked
Jasmine.
Oh, so she wasn't as dewy as she usually is.
Dewy. That's the word. Dewy. It just like it would be sticky. I don't like it. But anyway, Dream, why did Stacy forget her toothpaste? And do we think that Mia cried to get out of that bullshit?
Mia definitely did that. Mia is very good at giving a sob story in order to deflect her own actions. Whenever she was up and her kids on blast in the situation with Gordon and Ike, she starts to point out, it's so hard because Gordon, and oh my God, you don't know what I deal with. So in this situation, it's the same thing. You know, I was a foster kid and I didn't have a traditional upbringing. Well, neither did Ashley. Not a lot of people didn't have a traditional upbringing.
Ashley got up home. Ashley was under a bridge.
She was under a bridge with her mom,
right?
With the patch.
So to me, it's like, to use that as an excuse at her big age. To me, it's one of those situations where it's like, when people keep trying to go back to their child, this happened to me when I was a kid. And it's like, you're so grown now. You can't keep using that as an excuse. At some point, like, you need to take ownership of your actions because of your big age. So for Mia to go down that road of her being a foster child and people not knowing what she's dealing with, it's the same old thing. Like, she didn't want to take responsibilities for her actions for going down that road with Gizelle and her children, excuse me. As far as Stacy did forget her toothpaste, which is a no-no, but at the same time, I'm gonna give Stacy more than Jackie, because sharing deodorant is not a thing.
That's how you know a bitch don't use nothing.
That's not a thing.
Don't use nothing, because
You do not share deodorant. You can share toothpaste. You forgot it? Okay, cool. Here. But to share deodorant?
Ooh, dewy and sticky. Dewy and sticky.
So I'm gonna let Stacy. I'm gonna let Stacy slide on that one because
Toothpaste. I would say
is
toothpaste is different. Toothpaste
Yeah.
is different.
deodorant.
It's not a big
like,
bitch.
you think I'm about to and then use it? Keep it. Ain't no way, girl. Go to the. They don't got no little gift shop, little store thing. Like
They gotta get shot. They like actually I don't know where they was. Lord knows where they was.
Bitch. Go use some motherfucking lemons and some baking soda. Oh no, we're not sharing none. Like I'm screaming because it's clear you don't use none because that's the first thing you pack. And then if you forget it, you wouldn't dare tell nobody. Y'all in Miami. Go around the corner. I wouldn't dare tell nobody. I was like, production, grab me some degree when you go around the corner for me. Please. Like
I'll say this. If I'm flying Spirit. If I'm flying Spirit or something and I'm only gone for 2 days and I'm going to Miami, I'm gonna just stop by the Walgreens and get all the stuff I need before I get to the, because all I can fit is a wrap dress and some flip flops.
I go get me new stuff when I go because my big stuff, I don't take my like home stuff with me. I'll go get me some. I got to go Walgreens first. I know people hate that, or I got to go to CVS, or I got to go somewhere. But I like to get my just new stuff and
I'm like
do all
that too.
I might bring my toothpaste and stuff, but just in case, I'm not gonna ask nobody.
That's only if I'm catching a little. That's only if I'm only bringing my little carry-on bag that fit.
Right.
So I'm not too upset with Stacy with that one, just because it's toothpaste. It wasn't deodorant. Is like that's crossing the line.
Ooh,
if you left body wash and I have liquid body wash,
they got spray deodorant. They got spray
but still, I don't want your back because I just feel like she just has a smell. Like I don't want it to back on my spray. I don't whatever spraying on you. I don't want it to be like back on my spray. If
ladies' night is wild, y'all.
No, I just feel like she looks dewy, dusty, and mildewy, like Antonio said. So
mildewy is crazy.
No, for real. Let me stop y'all because I was really cackling. Did y'all hear me? I was down here cackling. Like I was laughing so hard. Because you know you don't use it if you're like,
hey, you got some deodorant and you have an extra toothbrush. It was like Jacqueline was asking for an extra toothbrush deodorant. She was gonna share the toothbrush with me, the spit cup, everything.
Dang, y'all.
Okay.
So it's not comparable.
Does anybody else got anything else to say?
I'm so sorry because I'm in dead tears though. Because do you got some degree on you? Some dust?
Can I use your deodorant?
Can I use your deodorant? Like
that's how you know we some girls because that is nasty.
So, okay. All right. I'm sorry, you guys. I just was tickled. So anyway, Karen said that once Jacqueline gets out of all that Fashion Nova, she might be able to mess with her again. There is also the phone lines are in the comments, so if you're wanting to call in, please do. The episode kind of ends with Mia saying that G done got the kids and picked them up and dropped them off 4 hours away to the old nanny's house. Looking at the next episode, I'm kind of shocked that Ashley it's kind of I'm not shocked that she's standing on Gizelle, still on me about the Gizelle and parent thing. I mean, and kids thing. But I just was like, okay, so they're really GNA. So anyway, y'all have anything to say about the G thing? Because that's kind of scary, and I probably would have had to go back home or something like that if I couldn't get in contact with him. And I think that last year when G was like, oh, I got something to say, and it was that whole little dun dun dun. It was like bipolar. I think that G, and I'm not. This is just a thought. I'm not a doctor. I think he has a form of. I think. I'm not even trying to be funny, but I think that he's like losing reality. Like I think that he has bouts of like things like that, because why would you take them to an old nanny's house? So I don't know if it's dementia, Alzheimer's, or whatever. I don't know, but I think that it's more than bipolar with G, and I think that they should be honest about that. So y'all got anything to say on that before we get to the phone lines? Asia. Oh God.
Yes. I feel like I don't think it's bipolar with him. I think it, like you said, I really think it's something else. I don't think it's bipolar.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
mean,
maybe. I think he a grumpy man and me is tired of it. But I don't think I I think he for the most part know what he doing.
okay. Dream.
I do feel like, if you don't know where your children are and you left them with one authority figure and they wind up in a whole different place and you don't know, if that's true, because Mia be lying. So I don't know. I also don't feel like Gordon, I don't know him from anything, but I don't think that he would put his children in danger. So considering that Mia is still going to be on the trip the next episode, I feel like the children are safe. Maybe he took them to another city because they were going to go to some, I don't know, a carnival, just throw that like something random. And he left them with whoever real quick. Like, we don't really know, but I don't think that.
Why he ain't? But it is. But why he not answering the phone, dog? Like, I don't
And he
like.
got custody of him.
No, she got custody.
He doesn't have no custody of him.
He does. I mean, they're not divorced. They're not separated.
Exactly. So. That my point. So when that lady gone, he could do whatever he want with his kids. He didn't want them wherever she had them. That's what we know. So
he still
not saying. Right. Yeah. But also we don't know.
Yeah.
It's
she be lying. Yeah, her back big. Yeah.
So unfortunately, like usually in this situation, like I would be like, oh my God, you gotta find the baby. You gotta find the kid. You gotta find the baby. But it's just like they not divorced. They live in the same building. He picked them kids up, did something with them. And then he was like, I'm gonna take you back over to whoever we got watching y'all. No, I'm gonna take y'all to who y'all know. Mm-hmm. We don't know them kids calling.
Well, she left him with a nanny, though. She left him with a nanny, though.
And those kids are old enough to know who they want to be around and who they don't want to be around. Like we literally don't know. Because I know there's times I used to be like, I used to be my dad. And I used to be like, Mom, hey, somewhere else. We got to go somewhere else. Yeah.
Same seas.
So I don't think that the children are in danger per se. Because she's never mentioned throughout all the shenanigans, she's never said that G's a bad dad. She never said that he put the children in danger. So I don't feel like.
I mean, leaving him with the daddy, he was bipolar, or the mama who was the. Never mind. I was about to call her a crackhead, but I know that's. I'm just saying, like, I know, Dream, that was inappropriate, and I didn't mean. I was gonna say, but I know that she's recovering and stuff like that. But really, who you gonna leave him with? Unless you're gonna take him with you, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
as long as they're still married, she can't say nothing, do nothing about it. Like there's them his kids.
I could have sworn she said that the nanny was at Jacqueline's house. So was it Jackie's sister again?
The 4 hour away was Jackie. No. What? Damn, you're right.
Yeah, that's I don't know, because the old nanny was Jacqueline's sister, right?
You're right. Yeah. You're right. But was they with her? Did he pick them up from Jacqueline's sister and take them to another nanny?
Yes. Well, they said they took, but the thing said, or she said, took them to their old nanny, and the old nanny would be, if there's a new nanny, the old nanny would be Jacqueline's sister.
Well,
but none of that matters because it's still his kids, because she has not divorced him. So guess what? True. You get on the beach, twerk in the water, and do what you was gonna do.
Lie, receipts, timeline, craters, all those things.
But then too, it's like, does she always answer the phone whenever he calls?
Does she?
Deodorant, dewy,
deodorant, toothpaste, body wash.
No, I get a mop, find it, I don't know. Mop it up.
She could have left him with ink. Never mind.
Girl, so anyway, now you playing.
I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I don't
I'm not even putting that out there. Because them kids and ink the same size.
No,
they probably be bullying Ink. They probably like, Mr. Ink, we know we don't like you. We like our daddy. We don't want you around. Like they probably giving Ink hell.
Karen said that he got to do a head start to. He got to. I could imagine him. She said, "Pew." Choking her. I laughed.
They probably be jumping him. They don't like that man.
Right. I bet you be talking mess too. You know I don't like your daddy.
that was the end of the episode. It was cool. I am so glad to have come back to chill with you guys. I know sometimes I say some inappropriate things, but I have come down since being a teacher. I have gained a filter for the most part. It was great to be. I can't find it. I have gained a filter, you guys. I'm a teacher. I am a basketball coach. I have done a lot of things in 2024, and I hope that you guys in 2024 was something to remember. And I hope that 2025 brings you guys love, peace, and happiness. I miss you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. So no calls. See y'all later. Thank you for leaning in. You're leaning the hell out. With deodorant.
Good night.
Peace. Deodorant. Because at the end of the day.
Dewey. Somebody stop this, please.
Get us off of here. I'm going to call you Antonio. Cortez, please.
Bye. See you in 2025. Merry Christmas.
Please let us
Happy
go.
holidays.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.